Well, this is it. And this is my first. Once we also highlights back with my first season. Yeah, I'm doing this like my year in review. Uh, Seasons. Seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now on 7, which is 2009. Which I'll get back to that later on. We have a lockdown. But this is my first of what if scenarios. I mentioned it in my payback 2020 review, which was 2 months ago now, and I mentioned this one. Now we all know which right there, Roman Reigns is now the Universal title for the second time. Yeah, I met the guy, and but we all know he should have won the title at WrestleMania 34. But in this universe, in my universe, what if, and that's what if, he won the main event at WrestleMania 34. So in this video, season one of episode 1 of the what if Roman Reigns won the main event at WrestleMania 34. Now this video is going to be coming from WrestleMania 34 to the following year's WrestleMania 35. And so yeah, we'll start off. Now Rumble is going to be the same with Nakamura winning the Men's Rumble. And Chamberlain's going to be the same. Roman's going to win the Chamber match. But now let's get to WrestleMania 34. And also, Roman Brock does not main event WrestleMania 34. I think either Charlotte or Asuka is going to main event, or Styles and Shinsuke is going to main event it. But this match, I'm going to put it like, yeah, I think that match will be first. The 4-way U.S. title match will be second. The mixed heavy third. The Raw tag match will be fourth. This will be fifth on the card. Yeah, kind of weird. Now, Roman could kick out 1 F5, hit him with 3 Superman punches, 2 spears, 1, 2, 3, and Roman Reigns is the new Universal title. Like it should have been. And Brock Lesnar does not re-sign with WWE. Well, yeah. So Brock is gone. So he's not going to come back for good. Now we'll move on to... By the way, no Saudi shows. Going to be honest, because they're Blood Money House shows. But I'm going to keep Super Showdown on the list because of what I'm going to say. But right after WrestleMania, we'll move on to Backlash. By the way, I'm going to save it till another video, another series episode. Yeah, his first challenger will be just like in real life with Samoa Joe for the Universal title. This time for the Universal title. And there will be no Saudi Arabia shows going to interrupt Backlash. Now, the Superstar Shake-Up. By the way, AJ will keep the title, and I still have Charlotte beat the streak. But, yeah, I know a lot of people don't like me saying it, but guess what? I prefer Charlotte and Becky over the Glory Hogs. That's another subject for another time. But anyways. Now, I'm calling it the fucking draft. But yeah, in the draft, Randy Orton goes to Raw. He's not going to be the United States title. And no, Jinder Mahal will not win the United States title. Bobby Roode will be the United States title. And Nakamura goes to Raw. And he's not going to turn heel at WrestleMania. So yeah. But I'll save him for when I get to another pay-per-view. But anyways, we'll move on to the road to Backlash. And we'll keep the Styles Nakamura program for Backlash, but this will be their one-time match, their final match. But anyways, Styles and Nakamura will be second to last. This will be the main event like it was, but this will be a better match than their Backlash match. But anyways, Roman will keep the Universal title because Samoa Joe went to SmackDown. So yeah. and Styles will keep the title, and then we'll keep the Joe Styles feud for SummerSlam. But yeah, and Roman will keep the belt with 2 spears this time, 1, 2, 3. Now we get to the program for the next pay-per-view, which will be Money in the Bank. Roman's next program is a newly healed Randy Orton for the Universal title. And how's Orton going to win? Well, he's going to win some number 1 contender match with him and let's say Braun Strowman. Roman will face Orton at Money in the Bank. And this match will be opening the show. Yeah, let's move on to Money in the Bank now. This will be the opener of the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. And Randy Orton will give him a good match with Roman. Roman hits him, will win this match, obviously, because we're gonna build him up for SummerSlam. But yeah, Roman will keep the belt with the spear, and he keeps the belt. So now we move on to Extreme Rules, which his next program is once again with Randy Orton. This time, it's going to be an Extreme Rules match. With Roman and Randy. But this time, this will be a 3-way match. Because this time, Roman's actual Extreme Rules opponent from that event will be Bobby Lashley. So now, we get to Extreme Rules. So that'll be second to last. Because the main event I will put is AJ Styles, and The Miz. Yeah, Rusev is not gonna get the title shot. Sorry, he's now in AEW, but we're not gonna talk about that. But yeah, so we'll move on to Extreme Rules, which, by the way, Styles and The Miz will be a submission match for the main event for the WWE Championship. But yeah, Styles is gonna keep the belt. So Roman pins Lashley to keep the Universal title. Now we move on to SummerSlam, which SummerSlam is my second best pay-per-view of 2018 behind the Rumble. But yeah, you already know already. But yeah, Roman's next challenger will be Shinsuke Nakamura, because he won that. I'm gonna put him in a fatal four with him, Orton, Lashley, and Drew McIntyre. I'll say Drew for later on. But anyways, this time, I'm going to keep Braun Strowman winning the briefcase. And I have Braun Strowman. Anyways, moving on to SummerSlam, which, once again, it's going to be on the Styles Joe. It'll be 5th on the card, just like with Lesnar and Roman from Mania in this universe. Anyways, this time I have Braun Strowman cash in on the match and win the title. So yeah, Roman will be champion from Mania to SummerSlam. So yeah, and Joe Styles main events, and I have Styles retain the title, not by DQ, but I'm gonna tell later. Anyways, okay. Next up, we go to Hell in a Cell. Yeah, Hell in a Cell 2018 sucked in real time, but this universe, it's not gonna be like that. But anyways, this time it's gonna be Roman and Strowman once again in Hell in a Cell, which we'll talk about right now. And it's not gonna be the main event. I'm gonna have Styles and Joe be the main event inside Hell in a Cell. And no, Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton is not gonna be Hell in a Cell, because Randy Orton is gonna be on Raw and Jeff's gonna be transferred to SmackDown. So yeah, this is gonna be with this time no Brock Lesnar interference and no Mick Foley as special guest referee. Strowman will keep the title at Hell in a Cell. So yeah, Hell in a Cell, Strowman will keep the belt. And he does not squander the opportunity like he did. So yeah. Now we move on to Super Showdown, in which this time it will be Reigns, the challenger, Strowman, Randy Orton, in a triple threat match. So we move on to Super Showdown. And this time, Roman wins back the title at Super Showdown. No Crown Jewel, because no Saudi Arabia shows in my universe. But Super Showdown will still be there. Anyways, Roman gets back his Universal title. And by the way, Evolution is going to still be there, but I'm not going to talk about it yet. But now we move on to Survivor Series 2018, which my worst pay-per-view of 2018 right now. I'm not going to start ranting away, but this time, there'll be no Dan Bryan heel turn, and HLS will not lose his WWE Championship. So, Survivor Series will still going to be Brand Warfare, but whatever. But this is going to be, instead of Brock and Bryan, in my opinion, sucked. It's going to be Roman, now as a heel, turning on Braun Strowman, against WWE Champion AJ Styles this time. So we move on to Survivor Series. Yeah, it's stuck. But this time, it's going to be a better show than what WWE did that time. This is my universe. This time, AJ Styles will win that match. And thanks to Dean Ambrose, so music hits, and Roman turns around and then gets hit by the phenomenal forearm by AJ Styles and helps SmackDown win. And there'll be no burial because SmackDown will get 2, Raw gets 2, and SmackDown wins 3-2. And no Corbin's gonna take over because he's not gonna be transformed to Raw in this universe. Now we move on to the road to TLC, because this time it's going to be Roman Reigns, the Universal title, against Dean Ambrose for the Universal title in a chairs match. So we move on to TLC. Yeah, I know, but this is a different time and period. And Roman wins, and this will be the last appearance for Dean Ambrose. And now we move on to the road to the Royal Rumble. And Roman's next challenger will be his other former Shield member, Seth Rollins, for the Royal Rumble. No Finn Balor, Brock Lesnar match this time, because Brock is gone by this point in this universe. And by the way, Roman's leukemia will not come back. So, side note there. We move on to the Royal Rumble. Seth Rollins will win the Fatal 4 match between him, Orton, McIntyre, and Strowman, or Nakamura, or whatever. So yeah, move on to Royal Rumble. Roman versus Seth. This match will end in a no contest this time, because they will not stop fighting each other. And who will I win the Men's Rumble? Well, I have who won this year's Royal Drew McIntyre win the Rumble match. But still, I have Drew win the Men's Rumble match here. Yeah, he won this year, which you already know. I did the review on that. But this is, yeah. Now I'm going on to the road to the Elimination Chair, which the Elimination Challenge for the Raw side will be Reigns, the Universal title, against Rollins, Ambrose, Strowman, Nakamura, and Randy Orton. And the 5-man will qualify. So I'll have Shinsuke beat Owens. He's not going to get injured by this point. Orton will beat who should Rusev, because he will be transformed to Raw. Rollins will beat Ziggler. Yeah. Strowman will beat Sami Zayn because I'm not gonna say that 3 words because it's not gonna be a ranting. There's no ranting here. This is just me in my calm voice. And Nakamura will. No. It'll be Reigns, Ambrose, Rollins, Orton, and Nakamura will face Reigns for the Universal title. Rollins, Ambrose, Orton, Strowman, and Nakamura. Yeah. Roman will keep the Universal title at Elimination Chamber. Now the road to Fastlane, which it'll be Reigns versus Ambrose. If Ambrose doesn't win, he's out of WWE like he did in real life. But so, and it's gonna be no holds barred, and Roman wins here at Fastlane. It's gonna be the main event, obviously. But yeah. And now we move on to him and Drew at WrestleMania 35, which did happen as well at this time, but this time for that Universal title. And this time, Drew McIntyre will win the Universal title this time. And he wins with 1, Claymore. No, he wins with 4 Claymores, actually. And he wins the Universal title. And after that, Roman gets transferred to SmackDown. And there you go. So, in recap, there'll be no Saudi Arabia shows. Roman finally wins the Universal title, and no way in hell it's not gonna be no stupid, oh man, they holding me back and whatnot. No, he wins the Universal title. He has a warm-up program with Joe, continues his feud with Orton. Strowman actually cash in and keep the title at Hell in a Cell. Roman gets back the Universal title at Super Showdown. And then turns heel, and he's feud with Ambrose and Rollins. He keeps it in the chamber, and Ambrose goes bye-bye, and Drew finally gets the Universal title. But yeah, that is episode 1 of season 1 of my what ifs. Next what if AJ Styles never left SmackDown for Raw in 2019? But so yeah, but it's gonna be a little different. It's gonna be start from Rumble 19. Well, you already know. So yeah, bye. And I'll be back with my lockdown review. So bye.